So we're here. We're up. We're ready to rock and roll. First and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for showing up on time and being here on time. I think Q was the first today, so congratulations. You win nothing. All right, but you have my respect.
Wow.
Hey, it's something, ain't it?
Worthless.
That and 275 will get you on the train. All right, so we've had quite an interesting week. First and foremost, I'd like to say, if you're listening, please subscribe, follow, come on in and join TheAvera.ngers. Be an official member, subscribe, follow. We're doing this for you guys. We're looking to get something small number, 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That should be nothing, but it's something to us. It's the beginning, and we want you guys to be on this journey with us and start from the grassroots and from the bottom up. All right. Also, we appreciate the feedback that we're getting. I know I'm not the only one getting feedback. We appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you for the questions and joining our live. So how you guys been doing? I'm here with Q, the gun in the wink king, and then we have JP who struggled through.
Struggling with these pants. I don't fit
co-
anything anymore.
Yeah,
man.
COVID weight, man. COVID weight comes and gets
You can see a
everybody.
vein right here.
Listen, man, you can see your calf muscles heartbeat. You out here struggling, bruh. But you made it.
Yeah, man. I'm in the middle of a move, and
Yeah, that's the worst.
I just got that text. Your bed frame has been delivered. They told me it was gonna get there Monday. It's there today. Where am I?
Nowhere to be found.
So the hood got a new bed right now.
Hey, man, yo, you turn around, you gonna see some
King
kids.
size?
No, when he walks into his
I
joint,
wish. Huh?
when you walk into your joint, you're gonna see some little ghetto kids with snot nose jumping on your joint like it's a pissy mattress that got thrown out. That's what you're gonna look forward to,
Bullshit, man.
It's a bullshit, but guess what? You're gonna have to fight for that. That's yours now.
I'll see.
I'll see you, airbed ass Negro. All right, so first question we're gonna get into is a little heavy, and I was told that we need to let this ruminate more. But guess what? I didn't check that word up in the glossary. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna take it as disrespect. First question is, do you think it's all right for a man to take a break from his family, his wife and kids, for mental health reasons? Now, this question comes from, I think Willie from Day 26 took some time away from his family to mentally get himself together. I don't know what, maybe them kids are making too much noise, woman's nagging him, I'm not sure, but he needed to take a break from his relationship, his duties as a father, all that.
How many kids?
I think he has 4. I think he has 4. Yeah. He's 1 away from starting 5, but he needed some time away. Now, we always talk about mental health, and it's so real, and especially in the black community. Is it all right for this man who's telling you he has mental health, that he's having a mental health crisis, to take a step away? Now, I want to go to Q first. What do you feel about that, Q?
I feel yes. We have to prioritize our mental health more than anything, especially for black men. We don't like to talk about shit. We just keep that shit in. We angry. What's wrong? I'm fine. We know we're not fine. We fucked up. Even if you need to step back and realize yourself, you have to. You know?
Yeah, you definitely.
You definitely have to. How you gonna help your family if you burnt out, both physically and mentally?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So you definitely need time to get yourself organized again. You have to, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
You have to.
All right, that sounds good. What about you, Jay?
I think it's important, but I think it's also important to prepare for that break. You know what I mean? So from what I understand, he was just out. He's like,
he left a note on the fridge and said,
I'll be back in a couple
there's
days,
some
babe.
cereal in the pantry. I'll holla.
$20 on the stove.
It's $20 to get some cigarettes and some candy.
I mean, how much time is he taking off, or is he just going
I'm not
forever?
sure exactly, but I think the mere fact that he took time away from his family has people in an uproar, especially women. They're in an uproar like, how dare he leave her to take care of the kids by himself?
But that's what I mean by prepare, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm
Did she get
assuming
a
they have
notice?
some type of money.
Yeah, even
Get a
some sort of money.
set up a babysitter.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just you're still gonna take the break.
Yeah.
But you prepare and not just leave her with a whole bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying?
to jump her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She getting jumped right now. So
When them kids put on some Timbs, it's over.
you know what I mean? And if you've been like me, growing up in a house full of
Humans.
kids and humans, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how crazy it could get. So, yeah, I would do it, you know, but I would definitely make sure that I don't make things worse from doing it.
Yeah, make sure wife
what I mean?
and the kids are set. I understand. That's totally unacceptable.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're in agreement here then, because I believe, yes, it's perfectly fine for him to take the mental health break, but that doesn't absolve him from preparing. As a man, you should prepare to do something. You don't
as an adult, as a
As an
person.
adult.
Yeah.
You
as
know
an
what I'm
adult.
saying?
but
Like, just,
as an adult, you are
Prep.
correct. Let me not just put this on one gender or one
yeah.
or one gender.
Yeah.
As an adult, you have to prepare. Failure to prepare, you're preparing to fail. You know,
Oh.
you need to be on
Bar.
put that on up.
Message.
Message. With that, if he would have communicated, listen, 2 weeks from now, I'm taking a week for myself. I'm gonna make sure the kids have this, make sure that you have this. Call your moms, da 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 da.
Call my mom.
Yeah, whatever you need. Bills are gonna be taken care of. If that's what your how you guys have that worked out, you know, take care of that. You know, some guys
What kind of
might,
sabbatical is this?
he's taking it. Yeah, he needs a moment.
You going on tour?
Day 36. You know, so he might need that time, but as long as everything's taken care of, the last thing you want is you go on that mental health break. You come back and you got like 4 Home Alone kids running around. You got Bam Bam and Pebbles running around. You got
Things
like
getting worse.
all
That's
of
my
Bebe kids in your face. You dig? So that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to come back to even more trouble. You leave at a 5, come back at a 7. That is frustrating. That would be even worse to me.
Yeah.
That I would walk in like Grandpa from The Simpsons, walk right back the fuck out, like doop, swoop, and I'm out. Like you on your own. You
One
know.
of my favorite memes of all time.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing, like setting yourself up for victory, making sure that you're right, that you're good. I think now, on the other end, I say no. And I'm just being devil's advocate because there are some people that are going to be like, no, why would he do that? She can do the same thing.
Like
But
you said,
if
it's
you're
just like
in
you
it
said, if
together,
you
yeah.
prepared, like, hey, babe, I take this month, I take this 1 week off. Next month, I got you.
Yeah, that could work too. I don't know if that's their
I
plan,
think
but
people, I mean, if anyone's in an uproar, it's about how he did it.
yeah,
not
it's about
doing
how he
it.
did it. I don't think
If you over here talking about you can't have a break, you wow.
Yeah, because in this day and age, like you said, mental health is something that we're getting more and more information on. We're having a better understanding of and a healthier respect for. Because back in the day, you need a mental health day. Oh, you weak, you crying. What?
Yeah.
Hey, shut up, man. Get your ass.
Man the fuck up.
Yeah, man. Exactly. You told the man up. You're 4. What the fuck? I'm 14. I'm being bullied. I don't know what the hell this math is. I'm failing
Why the
science.
fuck
Hey,
does
man up.
4 equals X and shit? You know?
Where's X? Why is X here? It's
That's
a
why
letter.
I was always a young nomad. I couldn't stay for the bullshit.
Yeah, so you're told to man up at like instantaneous. The moment
you
your
popped
nuts
out.
drop. The moment your nuts drop, man up. You shouldn't cry if if you fall. Well, I literally broke my kneecap. Nah, walk it off. Like, come on, man. Like how
Put some
tough-
alcohol on it.
Yeah,
They
rub
tell you some
alcohol
old
on it.
stuff. You know, let me tell you something, boy. I used to jump out of the plane in World War II and stuff. Man.
Yeah, I
Shout
jumped out of plane in World
You know
War
what I'm
II.
saying?
Like, listen, bro.
I'm like, bro,
You are 46.
You didn't even
I just
go to
scraped my
Vietnam.
knee here.
If you don't shut up. So those are the kind of things where you're like, yo, man, like we're getting an understanding of it, and we're actually taking it seriously now, which is a good thing, a really good thing. Now, some people weaponize mental health and like, yo, I need, if something happens, oh my God, mental health. It's like we need to differentiate what mental health is. So, what do you consider things that you would take a step back for your mental health? What things would attack your mental health? What things
Oh man,
you feel trigger mental health crisis in your mind?
nigga, this question.
This question
Goddamn, man.
Like for me,
getting heavy out here. Get
like
the lift.
you know, I've been around women all my life. You know, I love them and stuff, but God, they can nag. That fucking nagging. You didn't do this. This. Why is it not today? And you doing the best you can. You're like, I'm doing the best I can. Oh, your best not enough. You supposed to be this. You supposed to do that. That
Damn.
shit fucks with you.
Yeah, it definitely does.
That shit fucks with you. Make you think like, yo, what I'm doing wrong. And then you don't want to bring that to God. When you get kids, you don't want to put that on them because you don't know that you got this fucked up shit in your head and you passing it on to them.
Right.
Good job. You're introspective. Some people aren't like that. Some people are like, yo, I'm gonna have these kids. Now I got somebody to do these dishes. Now I got somebody to
I
clean
always
this.
said that if I
Slave
get
work.
kids, I'll make sure, they was better than what I had, especially when it comes to the mental, the physical, especially. I didn't, my family, I love them, but we was just brought to survive. That's the thing a lot of black people don't understand. We was brought to
Yeah,
survive.
man. Survivors, not remorse, just
Yeah.
survivors burden.
That's when they ask you,
Just
are
on
you
you.
surviving or you living?
yeah, man.
And
Survivors.
like I said, you can throw me anywhere in the world, I'll be all right. I'm surviving, but am I living?
I mean,
That's one thing I can say though.
I don't know.
I
If,
know a lot about survival, but
I don't know. If,
But living,
if we threw you on Naked and Afraid, I don't think you'd live.
bro, I'll be good, man.
Well, you know what?
you know, Naked and Afraid got dating now, right? Naked and Afraid dates.
Ain't nobody trying to date nobody when you haven't showered in 14 days.
You done skip 14 steps.
you
All right.
naked and afraid. You naked and dirty. I don't like that. Like you, scrounging. You eating.
As soon as they reach the island.
Yo, you eating goat eyes. I'm not kissing you, ma. Get out my face. But like you said, like, are you living or are you surviving? A lot of us have a survivor's mindset, which is why we can survive anything.
Yeah.
But are we truly living? You're right. That is a big thing that we have in the black community have to take on and really analyze and be able to assess, are we living or are we surviving?
And then what's so sad is when we try to tell the older generation what's going on, like they look at us like, fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, I'm the older generation. I see these kids and I'm like, fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
I definitely do that sometimes.
Like my little sister, she be telling me, no, you can't do that and that's not wrong. And I'm looking like, sounding mad soft right now, kid.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're a caveman. So because I know you have caveman in you. You're not a bad guy. It's just you were definitely raised. You were working since what 10?
10. Granddaddy ain't play that.
Exactly. So you had a W-2 at before you got to 1 and 2, motherfucker. So you weren't even 12 yet, and you had a W-2. So that tells me child labor laws have been very lax.
Bro,
And-
this is coming from the time they used to send us to the store with fucking note for cigarettes. Hey, Papi, Newport 100s. This is from your grandma, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's real though. We
Well,
did a
that's-
lot as
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, we did a lot as kids.
Laundry, we all
Yeah.
the way downtown.
Yeah.
We were on public transit on
Yeah,
our own.
from early.
Yeah, from early.
So when we-
8 years old, we were going to school by ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so-
You know what I'm
when I
saying?
told my stepmom, my little sister can walk to school. No, I was like, it's 1,500 counts from here. I was like, I was walking on crack valves to school. The crack girl like, hey, little man, got a little change for me. I'm like, shit.
The dope fiend lean on you. Well,
Word.
guess what? You made it. You rolled right by him.
Definitely did.
I think the biggest thing there is like I said, are they weaponizing it? Like what things attack the mental health? I know I'm guilty of it looking at the younger generation, 20-year-olds, and they're like, okay, so this may sound kind of crazy, but cyberbullying to me is like crazy because I can literally turn off the laptop. I can turn off the computer.
Delete the profile.
I can walk away. I can close my eyes. Back in the day, bullying was bullying. Like it was 3D. Matter of factly, 4D, because you felt it. Because
There you
then he
go.
showed up. He's like, "Yo, you got your JanSport springs. You know what it's like to be pressed for JanSport strings?
Yeah.
Like you're like,
People were getting shot.
People
for
were getting shot and
JanSport
stabbed.
strings.
Oh, don't
Flash
forget the damn
for JanSport
the
strings.
bubble coats we had, the original goose feather shit.
Yeah.
They was getting robbed for that.
Triple
People
fat.
people getting
The
shot
Tommy
down.
Hilfigers.
The Tommy Hilfiger, all these things. Like we were bullied and stuff in 4D. So now cyberbullying to me is like, why you ain't just turn it off?
or block
So,
them.
go ahead.
The only thing about cyberbullying that I can see eye to eye with is when someone did something embarrassing or whatever,
Yeah.
and now it lives forever in someone
Yeah.
else's
Yeah.
hands, and they
See.
just spreading it all
Spread it,
over,
yeah,
so it
yeah,
just
yeah.
keeps coming back.
Yeah.
They keep reliving it.
Yeah.
But if it's
way
live,
more cameras now. Way more cameras now.
You know
than
what I'm
back
saying?
Then. Back then,
Yeah.
we did a lot of embarrassing stuff.
Yeah, we
and
did
it's
dumb
not there
shit.
in the world.
And
It's
thank
not-
God.
Thank God, yeah.
Some of them shit got you in trouble for
Exactly. So you would have been put either under the jail or next to the dude in Monopoly that got the bad haircut. Go to jail. That'd have been you chilling right next to him. So with that said, I can understand that aspect of it, but and maybe because it's the sheer numbers, maybe you have thousands of people saying stuff about you rather than just one or two people that are right there picking on you physically right then and there. So those are things where I as an older guy and looking back at the younger generation, I don't always get it, but I'm trying to understand it, and I'm trying to weigh the pros and cons and understand why they may feel this way. But some people weaponize it. Jay, what things are for you are like mental health crisis triggers, and go ahead and expound on that.
hell, not getting paid what you're worth.
Not getting paid what you're worth. That
No,
is
being overworked.
Yeah.
Ooh, they quick to tell you there's a lot of jobs out here, Jay.
Yeah.
They telling you we have so many jobs, but every job paying you $10 an hour, $15 an hour.
It's
like
so crazy as you just said that. I just read the dude said I put out 60 applications for top entry performers. Only one of them hit him back. One. And yet they say it's all open. People don't want to work.
it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
That's,
I don't think I've ever had
that
a-
touches on my mental health. Like, yo,
bro,
That's crazy.
I look at, and I've been working since young too. What, 14, 13?
yeah, I remember working
And-
summers. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
my little
So
$8.
the last thing I want to hear is one of these folks who they first job was after college or some shit talking to me.
Oh yeah.
Like, nigga,
Do you,
I'm in it.
I've been in the muck. I was
They
born
sit-
in it.
They
I
sitting
was
there like,
born
we
in
trying to
it.
hear that, after my hard work and dedication, like, nigga, I've been doing this shit for 25 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm tired.
Eyes tied.
I
Bob.
was tired.
But I think with that is
You
like
know-
we look at them like, they're like, man, it's hard out here. Like, hard. I was born in it, raised in it,
Molded by it. Yeah, just seeing that, and I don't think I've had a job where I've ever been properly trained. So
Oh, man.
like looking back, they just threw me right into the fire. You know what I'm saying?
like a ninja star. Just said,
Yo,
Yo.
Get out
so
there.
again, that goes back to that survival thing. It's like you get thrown into a situation and you figure it out.
you learn to swim or you
You
bound
know?
to drown.
Like he said, when I first started Target, old man MJ, I came in, he trained me, hey, look here, fat man. Check this out. Stack to the back to the front,
What?
put all the heavy on the bottom, all the light on top, keep the fuck up. End of my training. 30 seconds. You can't keep up, we send your fat ass upstairs. And the shit. That was it. That was my training for Target.
So what I heard is you've been fat for a while, but also, this shows
Still
that
look good.
Somebody like you. Yeah, you're somebody's cup of tea. With that, it just shows me that also maybe he just thought you could get it. Maybe he's like, all right, this kid knows what it is. X, Y, and Z, ABC, we out. Now, is that the right way to do things? No.
No.
And a lot of times we're definitely like Jay, you're correct. They don't always train us. I know for a fact.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know what it
You know
says.
why?
There's something on my face.
Certain jobs, no.
Don't need it.
But certain jobs pay you,
Oh,
like,
you
hey,
think I'm
you want to
pussy?
be a team trainer, you'll give you extra little cents, like $1, to help you train your people. Now, everyone's like, oh, you're supposed to pass the knowledge on to the next person that comes in for free. It's supposed to be
true.
a helping thing.
That is true.
Yeah, that's where the teamwork made the dream work thing. It loses its luster. Like, listen, I understand
probably where
we're
it
on the
came
same
from.
team. It probably
come
came
together,
from management.
guys.
It probably came from management,
Definitely
upper management.
Like, it's cutting to our bonuses.
Go ahead. What other things, Jay? So you spoke on what were the things that were triggering for you?
Yeah. So, just being overworked, underpaid, just for some reason I take on the issues of,
Others.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Spragglers.
just the world in general. Like when you're online or wherever and you see all these stories of, just drama and violence and police brutality and all that. Like I have a real deep distaste for corruption and greed. You know me. I go I go heavy.
Chill, Red
Like, in
Hood.
my-
Chill, Red Hood. You're good. Man.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see all of that, it really pisses me off because I feel like life could be so much more simple. Like most of the problems in our lives are brought by each other, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So in that sense, they're solvable, right? It's not like a force of nature or
It's not an act of God.
yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not a tsunami. It's like, God dang, this tsunami done knocked everything over.
Yeah, man, or a law of physics. You know, it's not like finite. You know what I mean? It's like it's or definite, I should say. It's something that could be solved, and most of it is unnecessary, and that's what pisses me off.
You got,
know?
you got also a lot of pride goes into that shit too. Like to get a different understanding of, we telling like this was going on in the black community. They just like, well, y'all did it to yourself. Like how we did to ourselves.
I don't think it's pride. I think it's more so like, so I feel like we're going on a tangent, but fuck it, we're here now. Critical race theory, when they talk about why, I saw something where was it Condoleezza Rice? Who was it? Condoleezza Rice talking about
Mexican side dish.
Yeah, the Mexican side dish. Why? She's like, why do we have to tell white people or white kids that white people did bad things or something like that? I'm like, so that they understand, don't do the shit again.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know the past, you're doomed to repeat it.
Exactly.
You're going to
Doing
come
it
back
right
and
now.
she's
She's worried about hurting their feelings.
hurting their feelings.
Like since when there's
I'm sorry, my back has lashes. My emotional scars run so deep you can see them.
It's the same thing when Hillary said, "Oh, y'all keep bringing the stuff up that happened a long time ago, over 400 some years." I'm like, but it's still happening in Mana now. We're getting, instead of the whips, we're getting batons by the cops.
You're
getting
lucky
shot
if
down.
you get a baton.
If you're lucky,
You're lucky if you get a baton.
you know, it's,
Yeah,
it's
man.
all right in front of your faces, but y'all don't want to see it because it's messing with your nice little white picket fence house.
they're afraid of that accountability.
Yeah.
You know? It's like as long as, and you see it now reverberating through the internet. It's like hurting people's feelings is almost akin to a crime now.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
just
where-
because you don't like the truth.
And that's where I feel like the weaponizing of mental health is going on, where it hurt my feelings and mentally I'm like,
Thank you.
bro.
Yes.
I've been called so. You grew up in the 90s when being Haitian was like
Bruh.
a death sentence. Like I
still
remember when you
know.
told me you had to fake being African to get out of some shit. Like, oh my
God,
goodness.
I ain't
My
doing
brother.
that.
My brother.
That was I think that was my mom's.
But that's how bad it was. We come from that time where I remember when HBO was Haitian
booty scratchers.
Haitian body odor.
or something.
I remember those days, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
But I love how people just whisk that away and forget.
Yeah.
Right.
All of a sudden, that's gone.
Yeah. all
Those
of a
scars are
sudden-
supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
So it's like what?
But
yeah,
honestly, I'm not sure how much it affects me.
Mm-hmm.
It may be an unknown, but I don't think about it much
Yeah, it's
because I think comedy is what helped me early.
yeah.
If I didn't have comedy, then I'd
Like
be out
Al
here.
Bundy, seeing Al Bundy and Married with Children, understanding, hey, there's a person of Caucasian persuasion struggling too, even though he had a whole house, mad rooms, a car, a job. That is the highest selling shoe salesman I've ever seen.
Or boy,
For all his
boy had a knife and fork for an M&M. I said that's struggle right there.
That struggle, goddamn. He had the Battle of Roach for it. I see his struggle. But with us, I mean, we saw that kind of struggle. It toughened us. They say that hard times make hard men, that make hard men make good times make weak men, and weak men make hard times. So it's a
that was a
cycle.
lot.
It's a cycle. So the hard times make you tougher. And now that you're tougher, you're mentally strong enough to deal with certain situations and make things better. And then when you make things better,
People get relaxed.
people get complacent, people get relaxed, people get softer.
But
Now,
I think life presents enough challenges to where you don't need these unnecessary issues.
You're correct.
To
We
make
don't-
you tougher.
yeah, we don't
You know
need
what I'm saying?
unnecessary. I'm not saying
Like,
we
you
need
know-
to be adamantium. I'm saying that we need to be
That's what I'm.
A little
saying.
bit of thick skinning. You
yeah,
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
understand a joke is a joke.
Yeah.
And understand, all right, if
Protect
it's
comedy
funny,
at all costs, please.
yeah, comedy at this moment in time is going through it, but it's being able to understand a joke is a joke. Now, if it's not funny, you can say, all right, that's not funny.
Right.
But there are funny jokes that as a black man, I can hear him like, yeah, that's funny. It has a twinge of some racism under it, but that's funny. And a black man saying it, so all right, I don't feel too crazy about it.
Hell, nah, even if a white dude's saying it.
As long as
If
they're not
it's
saying the
funny,
N-word,
Yeah.
I'm solid on that. If you're not saying the N-word and not talking about lynching us,
Yeah.
or
I mean, but
anything, I think I'm good with
it's
that.
rarely funny when they do that. But
Yeah.
if it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah, it's not like
That's
Kramer
the
just
deal.
saying, yeah. Like
Yeah, that
when
wasn't
Kramer did
even.
that,
He
that
wasn't even joking. He
Yeah,
was
he
just
was just-
yelling it out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
And I remember this white comedian, he was actually say, black guys, let me thank you for getting all the ugly white girls.
Hey man,
See, a joke is a
I didn't
joke.
understand
Joke.
until I went to college.
Yeah,
and I was
when you
like,
went to college, you're like,
I see
why
some-
is she built
What?
like the Stay Puft Pillsbury Doughboy, and why is this 5-star athlete on her?
couldn't
Because
understand
she's
it.
smart. She's like, I'm going to anything he wants, he gets.
Gawk, gawk.
Gawk 6000. They had that early. It trickled down to the hood after, but they got the early editions of it, like an iPhone. We were still on the Zach Morris stuff. They got the iPhones, you dig? But so the mental health aspect of it, I think we need to have better parameters for knowing what mental health is so that we can now use it. Now, I feel like each person has their own triggers, and that's what makes it so difficult to kind of box. But it's like when you can use your PTO at work or your sick days whenever. But if they ever said, yo, I need documentation that you were sick, you got to come up with something. So what are the things that we'd come up with mental health? Like
No,
these
no,
are
no. I don't come up with shit. PTO.
no. Hey, I'm trying to give it. I'm
You're
trying to
taking
give
me
it,
there.
Yeah, I'm taking you there. You got a little angry. Chill, man. Chill. You're gonna get paid. You're good. You're good. I don't need no. Don't throw over the desk. With that, I'm trying to see what things are like out of bounds of like, all right, that's not mental health, man. You just lazy. You just soft. You're being complacent.
That's that.
And that's so hard. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the very hard part. So
Because I'm
each per-
thinking if I'm an employer, how do I handle that, right? And I have to sift through the list of applicants and find some sort of way to see what a person is really like, because there's really no mechanism for that.
Yeah, there's no chart, there's no scale, there's no nothing. You're just like, I need a mental health day. You
I
don't
couldn't
need
deal.
nothing.
I couldn't deal with someone who was constantly taking mental health breaks and never working, but expecting to get paid all the time. That's wild to me.
And then
Yeah.
after I put
I don't
all my
have the
blood, sweat, and
hours.
tears into building a company, and you over here, nah. I'm gonna fire you and I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You're fired, we outside.
Oh no. You ain't even gotta put your hand up. I'm going to jail.
Go directly.
I lost my company. I lost everything. Goddamn. They're gonna throw it all away.
You're gonna be like, this ain't
is-
America? What do you mean this is not America? Oh my God, I thought this was America, man.
I thought this was America.
I thought this is America. But yeah, when you say that, I understand that. But what you said was correct. Like, there's so many
That's the
underlying
real
things.
us.
Yeah, that's the real us. There's so many underlying things that can trigger mental health episodes. We just have to be more diligent and understanding. I think diligent in the sense of proactively attacking these things and working on them, because a lot of us don't mentally do it. Like taking a day, like even though this guy may have gone and taken, I don't know, maybe he took a weekend or a week, I couldn't tell you. But he just up and, Willie just up and said, I'm leaving. Cool. But if there's no plan when you come back to further combat it so it doesn't just build right back up again. The last thing you want is you got a leak in your roof, it fills up and you just pour it on the floor. It's a waste of time. You just, it's gonna, or you don't patch that hole. If you don't patch that hole, you're gonna be doing the same thing again. So people need to make sure they take the time to like really get on top of this and seal these holes in your roof, people. Protect your mental health, strengthen your mental health, strengthen it. Don't just, stay the same and stay, I don't want to say soft, but soft. That's pretty much
I
what
definitely,
that is.
yeah.
You got to do that.
Speaking of which, I need to get a therapist.
That's another topic too. A lot of black people don't like
Yeah.
therapists. They feel like
Listen,
It ain't I don't like it.
it's not that we don't like them. It's not that
It's
we don't
just
like
the
therapists.
process of getting one is unknown to so many.
yeah.
The process
How do you even?
is so unknown. Also,
It's hard to find a good doctor.
culturally,
sometimes.
you need to know someone that knows your struggle. You need to. White people can go and sit and talk to a therapist because they're white people, and the therapist 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna look like Dr. Umar Johnson. They're gonna look like
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer. They're gonna look like Kramer, not Kramer, Kelsey Grammer. They're gonna look like Frazier. So with that said, it's harder for us to just divulge our information because there's always the perception of Caucasian people looking at us differently and judging us and all this other stuff. But if you have somebody that you know going through the same stuff, like I have a counselor that's African American, always have, and
There's a lot less you have to explain.
exactly,
Yeah.
That's all.
like they understand.
That's all it is.
You know, sleeping in a 1-bedroom joint with 3-4 family members. They understand, cousins that live with you because of
Golden
other
cheese you had to eat back
They
in the day.
understand, buying stuff off the clearance rack. They understand the struggle of what you've gone through in your life. So you don't have to fill them in with the backstory. It's it's all good.
Why don't you just ask one of your uncles for some money?
All the foolishness. All right, so one of our first questions here on this show was define what a man is. So with this next question, I'm going to ask you, what is the most valuable thing a man can bring to a relationship? What is the most valuable thing that a man can bring to a relationship? We're going to go to you, Q.
All right.
What you got?
To me,
He's
it's
going to say bacon. I know it.
nah. To me, it's time and patience.
Time and patience. Ooh, that's a real, answer. Hey, man, you wrote these notes down?
I'm a car. Look at me, baby.
You're a scholar?
Scholar and a gentleman. You know?
Scholar and a poet.
But for real, time and patience, because before you get into any relationship, it's all investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's investment. If I see something in you that wants me to invest my time and my patience, then I'm going to go for it. You gotta know when you come into this relationship, you're going to deal with the problems, the good days, the bad days, the nagging, the I'm not there yet, or I'm not in my good mental space, and all that stuff. Everything that comes with a relationship, it's all time and patience. It's how much you care for this woman and how far you're willing to go with her together.
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, JP?
Thinking about the world that we're living in right now, I would say protection, right? Because that's the one thing where between men and women, men are the bigger threat. Shouldn't have to be, but we are. So between a man and a woman, I think if you're the man in her life, then you would bring that sort of element to protect her from the world full of men that are making all these issues and problems, right? As effed up as you may think women could be,
Oh, yeah.
we're worse.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about wars and whatever. Like, there's no women waiting in a bush trying to jump you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What bush? You're looking around like, what bush? I've already had to pick horsepower. What bush? But no, go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? It's just, and that's just a realization I've come to. It's like, it's something that as long as that's taken care of, right? And you think, and it's not just like your significant other, right? Think about whether it could be your
Wait.
elders
Well,
or
stay in the relationship
Yeah.
sphere. We're gonna double back with the other
Okay.
connections, connective tissue with society. So what you guys said was great, and they're so good that I'm going to have to go and switch mine to assurance, because one thing I think a man needs to always do is make sure he assures the woman that he'll be there. So I remember a woman one time told me, "Don't make me fall for you if you're not there to catch me." And I was like, "What, you drunk? What's going on? Why are you falling?" And then I understood what she meant, probably a day later. But I understood. She's like, "Don't make me fall in love and give my heart to you and give you my time and energy and all this, and you're not there to catch me, receive it, give back, reciprocity, things of that nature." I'm like, all right, cool. I get it now. And also, we kind of did a documentary that we're still working on where a lot of women said assurance, security, a man that's there, like present in the moment. So assurance covers all of that. It covers patience. So So she understands I'm gonna be patient even though she's gonna be in a bitchy mood for about a week out of the month. Or as Q's worst thing, I'm just gonna put that on your shirt, nag. He hates nagging.
Don't nag me.
No nag.
That's because
No
you don't like
nagging.
to get up once he sit down. He's like, I'm down.
No.
Good.
Tell me whatever the fuck you need to be done before I sit down.
There it is. Don't want to move once he sits down.
Exactly. Once I sit down, it's over.
He
It's
just
over.
confirmed what I said. Gotcha. And then Jay is like, protection, because they're, this is like okay, so we're going to go on this tangent. Weird niggas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird niggas that run around doing weird shit. Like, if a girl don't like you or she said, yo, I'm good, or I got a boyfriend or whatever, take your L and go.
Yeah, man.
Like, I just saw in
just
the West Indian community, a 19-year-old girl was murdered by a janitor in her building that was obsessed. Like, that kind of shit shouldn't be happening.
that was what, Florida?
Yeah, in Florida, by UCF or something like that. And she was a fixture in the West Indian community, in the carnival community, for nothing. Because you were obsessed with her and she shot you down, you gonna kill the girl?
I never understood.
And then he
that.
killed
That's
himself,
weird.
right?
Yeah, then he killed himself cowardly. Like, I believe. And then there's another one I just saw where this black kid, I can't remember his name. I don't even want to like throw his name out there to give him any kind of heat or clout or anything like that. But he's finding women on fucking dating apps, and he's a serial killer. Murdered mad women.
Word?
Oh yeah,
I ain't hear-
I'll
I ain't
send
hear
you
about
the
this.
link. Literally meeting all these women, killing them. He said he chose black women because he knew that nobody would look for them. He knew, and it was a black guy.
Wow.
I wish nothing but the worst things for. I wish every person that he murdered, their family can just get him in a room and just beat him to death with their bare hands.
Bruh.
That's
That's
the weird nigga
disgusting,
shit.
bro.
That's weird. I'm disgusted by that.
Keep it real. I've been shot down when I heard everything. No. Fuck no. Hell no. Get the fuck out of my face.
A lot of amalgamation of nose.
God.
A lot of you know. And guess what?
Unvariant nose.
And guess what? I'm like, all right, cool, and I keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Some of those
Because
sound
you're gonna find
violent,
one
man.
person. You're gonna find one girl like, oh yeah, come here, Big Papa. I'm like, fucking right there. Get there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the weird, like a shutdown. I've seen it, and I wouldn't allow anybody that's around me to do that to a woman. Like I've been around people like, yo, shorty's looking at you, and go holler, and she be like, oh no, I'm good, whatever. He come back, man, fuck her. I be like, all right, cool. I mean, he ain't go after her like, yo, bitch, you ain't shit. Because how many times have you heard the stories of a woman shutting down a man, and all of a sudden he's like, yo, bitch, you ain't shit. And he's giving her the business like you wasn't interested 37 seconds ago.
It's so bad when I was growing up
weird.
on President's side of the street that the girls stopped walking down that block because niggas would be like, hey, what up, ma? Hey, I'm talking to you. Fuck you, bitch. Your pussy stink anyway.
Yeah, and
Like,
all that.
And I never understood that.
I never
Just
understood
growing up, you know, I'm a
That's weird.
teenager. I'm
Yeah.
hearing these grown men do this shit. And I'm like, so you didn't like her.
Yeah, so
Dummy.
you weren't going to sleep with her if she said hi.
These are grown men, though. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I understand catcalling. We are hunters, not
Hunters.
predators. Hunters. So catcalling, you're like, hey, I know as in the West Indian community, hey, Miss Red Dress.
Yeah,
Red dress on.
You know?
Boom, cool. You may not
and
like
some
the
women
catcall.
respond to that.
Some women,
you know?
some women do. Some women could be like, no, I'm good. As a man, you're like, cool. Miss Green Dress. You're on to the next. It's like, you know, it's the
Yeah.
law of averages. You're going to hit on one, you know, keep going. But to be a weird dude where you just go and
Following them.
Yeah.
following, stalking, like, this is
Yeah.
not you. You is funny on TV, and you can watch it on TV because it's TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if anybody's doing what's happening on the Netflix show, you in real life, nah, you got to go. You need to be beaten directly in the face with something solid.
You already know I'm struggling to finish the damn show.
Yeah.
I'm
I
cringing
watched
like
it.
crazy.
I've
And-
seen that shit is crazy.
It's a crazy show, yeah, but it's just
crazy,
like,
bro.
Season D was crazy.
but it's more so a level of, I think ego gets caught up, and like you said, protection is needed. We need to protect. Assurance is something like, I assure you that I'll make sure you're good. You will get home. You will be safe. When I was younger, I would assure that the woman got home. I'd walk her home. I ain't had no car. I was 15, 16. I didn't have no car. Shit, I was.
Not even the bus
And
pass.
the worst thing ever was that she lived in the hood. So it's like, all right, cool. Let me get over here in East New York and drop her off. Now I gotta turn into Streets of Rage to get back to the fucking train. I gotta beat up homeless people, crackheads, and dope dealers to get to the train to get home.
All of a sudden, you got a jean jacket vest.
Yeah, a jean jacket
with
vest
spikes on it,
and flaming knuckles to get the fuck home. So it's like, it's women go through a lot, man. And in these relationships, we have to kind of like a lot of times there's a thing. They want women to be our piece. We have to be theirs as well because.
I want to definitely come back to the weird niggas thing because that needs its own
topic.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a Patreon.
Yeah,
we gotta put a Patreon because there's gonna be a lot of expletives and like a lot of MDK, murder, death, kills. Just
yeah, man. Seriously, because it goes deep.
Yeah, I think with that it comes from. I don't know. Maybe soft guys aren't used to rejection. I don't know.
It's that, and it's also it also stems down from you're growing up. Like my mom always told me, "Hey, yo, one chick don't like you, another bus full of bitches, they gonna like you, baby."
Hey, that's mama love.
That's my mom.
That's that old school thought process right there.
And then she always tell, yo, if a woman says no,
yeah,
fucking no.
Yeah, no is no. I've lost a lot of pussy off of a no.
Yeah.
Like, you're going down that road, you're rounding third base, and she hits you with a no. It's like, all right, okay, cool. So I'm out because I don't want no rape charge.
Word.
I am never trying to hear that.
It got so bad, I said no. I'm like,
if she said,
I'm good.
She could have been said, no, nope. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm good.
You're out. You're done.
Even she make up her lip like, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Hey, man, what you got in the kitchen?
It's Shark Tank at that point.
Yeah.
Ma, your ass fat, looking nice.
I love what you're doing. Damon John Shark, I'm out.
Easy.
He's the king of that, yo. He's the king of that shit.